American football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Washington Commanders and the Carolina Panthers. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL Divisional Round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate.
We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC divisional matchup. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
They send the tight end in motion left. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. He gets this one to McLaurin. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Throwing the out route complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's the gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
They run again with Hubbard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. All right, here we go, second down. Hubbard again. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
It's Hubbard off the option. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on third down. They're throwing it. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Carney's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Taylor again. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That stop made by Derek Brown. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's going to throw this one. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And this one does not go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing it again here. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 29. Into traffic. Complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers break the tie here in the first. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Back to throw on 1st and 10. This is hauled in by McLaurin.
Now here's a spot where the timing's got to be absolutely perfect, Kate, between the quarterback and the receiver. That throw is made before that receiver's ever thinking of coming out of his cut. Too early, it's incomplete. Too late, and it's headed the other way.
2nd and 8. Hauled in left side. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Complete. It's McLaurin. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Throwing from the gun here. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is some old school brutality. An offense close to a first down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw left side, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Throwing now from the gun. Has it at the 7. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. He was looking Xavier Leggett's way there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. This one will be intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And the Commanders take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Play action on 1st down. It is cut left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He just throws this one away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be Panthers football. First and 10, it's Hubbard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Legette's got it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
A 31-yard attempt.
Carney's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. Putting the tight end in motion. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 25.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Taylor now up the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with third down and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Panthers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Back now, pressure on its way. That's complete to Leggett. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. That's brought in. It's his short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Cut by Sutton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First down from the red zone. Taylor makes the catch. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing it again here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
Piniero's kick is good, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Carolina offense headed out now. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Commanders get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Commanders set to take over. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. It's the Commanders looking at 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He's on the move. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. His return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Another try following the sack. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. No return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. From the 34. On target to his man Taylor. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they gotta hurry. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Now Carolina's gonna take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Commanders pick this one up. And Washington finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown! The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense. Kind of rip their heart out, too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 9 yards on the run, and we've reached the end of our first half. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings squaring off against the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Kate and Brock. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll throw it again. That one's caught along the left sideline. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. He'll throw it yet again. Legette's got it. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Commander's 17-yard line.
From the 17. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. All in left side. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie this game up. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up. From the gun, Taylor. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Looking for a throw here. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that brings up 4th and long. They'll They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Setting up a throw. Finds a man right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 25-yard line.
They are throwing it again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught at the 10-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Working inside the red zone. He has the Carolina touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His 1st broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense ready to get going again now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They bring Sutton in motion left. To throw it on 1st down. This one finds Taylor. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 34. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
He gets this one to McLaurin. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, You're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw on first. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
It is caught left side. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Counterplay, Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Hits him on the in route. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Here's a throw. Misfire there, couldn't connect.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll throw it. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
A well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
And 5 at the 15-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. This is reeled in by Leggett. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll throw it again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He'll throw it yet again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Catch is made in close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Kate, that is all about the eyes of the defense, keyed in on the quarterback. Whether it was going to be a run or a throw, that defense was so locked in, they hold him short of the sticks.
This offense getting all set for this series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he hits a little space up to the 9-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Commanders with it, facing the end of their postseason as they trail. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 41. Finds the in route complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Here's Taylor. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first.
First down, Commanders.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to push forward to the 25. He'll take 5 on the carry. That gets him back to even. 2nd and 10 now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throw left side, complete. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. This is Taylor. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Give him 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 8. So a big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. This one from an even 40 yards out. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
He fields it from the 8. Return's looking good so far. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Second and 3 now. They motion the tight end over. From the 39. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Put the body on the line for his team. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
And 2 at the 7-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now lead by 10. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 29. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. back to throw. Completed to Sutton. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders now within 1 score in the 4th. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
And now the Commanders face a very important 2-point attempt. He's throwing for it! Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete! And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. He'll throw it. Got a man. Bowers has it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Airing it out to start this drive. Cut by Sutton. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass.